Our planet is full of mysterious and beautiful, gorgeous, and terrifying places. Sometimes it's hard to believe that they exist. From a place where fish are pedestrians to a place where dead bodies are left stranded because of its remoteness, these are some of the most insane places MrBeast has reacted to. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we're starting off strong here. This place has reversed the very forms of nature to show how strong the wind is, and MrBeast knows it.
So much wind that this waterfall actually blows up, and this is real.
So that's not a waterfall, that's a waterfly.
Chris and MrBeast come across a flooded hiking area and start questioning some very peculiar decisions. I mean, they're not the sharpest tools in the shed, so I guess we gotta give them some leeway.
This was a hiking area that got flooded.
Fish don't even have legs, how are they gonna use that?
Why would you build a bridge for a fish?
That's dumb. They can just swim.
Sometimes humans are dumb.
Goofy bits aside, this is so creepy, but really cool.
This was all above water, and then they got 10 feet of rain, and now it's submerged. I love how all the fish are like, what is this? Who put this here?
We don't need this. We don't have feet.
Next up, Chris and MrBeast encounter fish crossing a road. Are these fish swimming or walking? Why did the fish cross the road? I guess we'll never know.
This next clip is really cool. So if you look on the right side, you'll see a little fish.
I thought that was a shoe.
Look.
That's a fish. The way he's like.
Important question.
What?
Is the fish swimming or walking across the road?
Usually would make fun of you, but this is I don't think science can answer this.
Wait. There's more fish crossing. How many fish have to cross the street? Walt, why fish cross road?
Salmon swim upstream to breed.
They got a call saying, my parents aren't home. He said, bet.
Godspeed, little salmon.
These two are some of the biggest geniuses out there, we know. But what happens when the two watch a desert rock split in half? A heated debate. Was it wind or aliens? Perhaps something from anime? Chris and MrBeast's guesses will leave you laughing.
There's this rock cut in half in the middle of the desert, which means there's one of two options here, okay?
Yeah.
Wind blew the sand so hard that like the sand slowly wore it down, or wore a path through the middle, or an alien with a giant beam just cut it in half.
No, I think we actually know what really happened. Tanjiro trained hard enough to where he was able to slice the rock.
You ruined my joke with an anime joke.
Anime is amazing!
Do you think it was wind or an alien? Comment below.
This next clip has the duo a bit stressed. This cyclone seems to be moving towards the city at breakneck speed, and as it inches closer, Chris and MrBeast discuss what to do in such a situation. Their survival advice takes a hilarious turn, as always.
Whoa!
That's bigger than those buildings. Dude, the people in those buildings are probably like, oh, okay, so what do we do? Just like kiss our butts goodbye?
What would happen if it hit those buildings?
Do you know what you're supposed to do in that situation though so you can survive?
Just close your eyes and pray?
No, so you actually get on to your, like you sit down, get onto your knees, and you grab your head and start pulling it down as far as you can, and then you start kissing your butt goodbye.
Bruh. I thought he was giving real advice.
I'm a silly, goofy guy.
The two then react to a place called the Gates of Hell. Yep, I assure you this place is very real, and so is hell for all those of you who aren't subscribing. I don't think the two see much of a point in hanging over a literal fire pit, but it must be a blast.
They call this place Gates of Heck. I think you can tell why. Oh my God.
So what's the point of doing this?
Spectacular. Why would you do that though? Like if something happened to that zip line, it's just like...
Dangerous for nothing.
Another of the most insane places on Earth is, of course, Mount Everest. So it's only natural that Jim and Chris were a little overawed when reacting to it. Chris even had a depressing piece of trivia to share.
Oh my gosh, you're just supposed to trust that with your life?
Yo, fun fact about Mount Everest, when the people fall and they don't make it, they actually just leave the bodies up there because it's too hard to get them down.
Really?
So there's like tons of bodies all over Mount Everest.
Wait, is that the top?
Yeah, that's like right around the summit.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane. Look at all the flags.
What compels a man to do that?
Man must climb.
It's like, oh, giant rock, climb.
Must climb.
One thing that will never be on my bucket list is going near sharks. Jimmy and Chris most certainly gave off that impression as they reacted to this interesting scuba diving gig.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, that guy looks...
A bunch of underwater puppies.
He looks totally in control.
Yo, he said, let me get in a bucket.
Bucket! Bucket!
Yo, you got a bucket? Yo, he's got a bucket!
Guys, there's a bucket!
Oh man, sharks, you just can't convince me sharks aren't friendly. I just want to pet one so bad.
Go pet one.
Okay, I will.
And if the sea wasn't scary enough, there's giant holes in the middle of the sea floor. Seriously, does it go straight to hell? Is that where anglerfish came from?
Now let's travel on over to the Bahamas, where apparently there's this giant hole in the ground.
Why did they go all the way to the Bahamas for a giant hole? They could have just went to your mom's house.
I hate you.
Is that one too far?
Does he not have snorkeling gear?
No, he's just free diving that, bro.
No.
Yeah, people can do that.
So he's just holding his breath? Also, what if just a giant fish came out of nowhere? He really is just holding... Dude, you're a freak of nature.
You are now a fish, confirmed.
Traveling up mountains in a Jeep with death calling you from each side is an experience like no other. Maybe that is why Jimmy and Chris had this reaction to it.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't they just make the road like a little wider?
I don't know, because carving into the mountain's hard.
Well, they were already carving into the mountain. They couldn't have just carved one extra foot.
Not all of us are rich like you, Chris.
Oh, look at that. Behind the waterfall. That's like in video games.
I'm gonna be honest. I would just get out and walk behind the car.
Next up, the two get a good look at what happens when they witness the devastating force that comes with a glacier falling into the water.
Okay, so these guys are on this boat.
Uh-huh.
And watch, the glacier in the back,
Oh, it makes like a...
yeah, fell and created a giant tidal wave. See, that's either like the coolest moment of your life or like the scariest.
Sand and confusion lead to a climate disaster discussion, so these two try to piece together what's happening. Will their speculation make sense or just be hilariously off track?
These are the biggest climate disaster that nobody is talking about.
So confused.
Discovering a massive lake, Chris and Mr. Beast recall finding Nemo. They question the internet's truth and debate the existence of this jellyfish haven. What's real and what's just online hype?
Look at this cave right here.
Oh, now I believe it.
Wow! This actually exists, it's not CGI. This is the largest cave on Earth, apparently.
That's a pretty big cave.
Whoa, wait. That looks like a great spot to film a movie.
I was about to say they've had to film at least 1 or 2 movies there.
Wow.
This is still inside the cave? Oh my God, yeah, this is incredible. We should go here.
I agree.
I told you I want to spend 50 hours in a cave.
Yeah, but I don't think it's viral.
Guys, tell them it's viral.
Exploring the world's largest cave, Chris and Mr. Beast are in awe. They discuss movie potential and even planning a visit. Is this the perfect spot for their next adventure?
I see people climbing these crazy tiny holes all the time, and it's like, what if you get stuck?
Yeah, what's the benefit from it? Other, like, just
And you have to go back out the way you come in.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
It's legit just a white line?
No. Dude, he is not about to ride down this mountain. Are you kidding me?
He almost fell.
Dude, I couldn't walk on that. I'm confused. So, can bikes go where you can't walk?
Yeah.
You know it's just another Tuesday when volcanic lightning has Chris and Mr. Beast perplexed. Can volcanoes make clouds? Their quirky explanations from sky sneezes to lightning will keep you entertained and curious.
Whoa.
What is that?
Volcanic lightning. Is a volcano making clouds? Whoa!
The volcano erupts, causes a cloud of ash that makes lightning.
The lightning is kind of like the sneeze of the sky, and when it gets a lot of dirt and stuff in there, it's like, achoo,
I don't
but it's
think that's
lightning.
true.
It is kind of like actually true.
I just don't think that's true.
Clouds rain, they get agitated.
The two then witness the mesmerizing yet dangerous sight of a sand tornado. They question the wisdom of staying outdoors during such a phenomenon and have some very funny suggestions.
What's so dangerous
Oh!
about... Oh, it's the Doge meme.
Go inside, dude.
Is that a sand measurer?
Honestly, that's so scary. I just couldn't even imagine doing that.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
Like your mom! Oh, I got him back. I got him back. Probably a storm measurer.
I bet that hurts so bad.
Oh my God.
Whoa, sand tornado.
I don't know if I would be outside. Wow, maybe you should go inside.
Have you tried just not living in the desert?
And in this final clip, our protagonists react to the ground-shaking reality of Japanese earthquakes. They're not very knowledgeable about them, though.
The earthquakes in Japan.
It's because they're on like a fault line, right?
Yeah, it's one of the only negative things about Japan. Dang.
Ooh.
Yeah, every time there's an earthquake. I think one of them literally caused like hundreds of billions of dollars in damage.
Look, the freaking ground's moving. So I've literally never been around an earthquake or seen an earthquake. So what do? You just run outside? Like, is that the smart thing? Look, it's pulling the concrete apart.
Wow. See the cracks moving?
That is
He's just like, see that endless void I'm just staring into?
That's it for the video, guys. Which clip was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe for more.